As the crypto market crashes, should you continue to hodl and hope for the best, or should you sell everything and quit? To answer this question, let's look at some of the reasons why the entire crypto market has been drowning in a sea of red over the last few days, especially over the last 24 hours, starting with Bitcoin. We'll also talk about why Solana has been taking a pounding recently, because the challenges that Solana is facing right now is time sensitive and unique to the Solana ecosystem. So here we are looking at the crypto market, and we could see that the entire crypto market is down. For example, if we look at Bitcoin, and especially over the last 7 days, it's down 7%. And the same goes for Ethereum as well. And even the stablecoin Tether is down 0.01%. So that tells you a lot. And just going down the list, you see XRP down 9.5%, BNB down 3%, Solana down 14%. And if we continue to go down the list here, you'll just see that a lot of these coins are in the red. So we look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is sitting at 89,000. So let's have a look at the chart right here. Ever since it's hit its all-time high on January 20th at 109,000, it's been downwards since then. And we're more interested in what has happened, particularly over the last 24 hours. And if we kind of zoom in here, we can see that there's a massive red candle that had happened over the last day or so, and it's gone from about 96,000 all the way down to its low of 86,000. So Bitcoin during that last 24 hours dropped 10%, which is really big in terms of a decrease in terms of its price. And since then, it's bounced back a little bit, and it's currently sitting at 89,000. A large part of that was due to the tariffs that Trump had imposed on all its major trading partners. And we know that last month, Trump had proposed these tariffs, but there was that 1 month pause on it. But just more recently, Trump here in this news article reignited the tariffs once again. So here we see by the headlines, Trump says he'll hit Canadian goods with 25% tariffs next week after a month-long pause. So of course these countries here are fighting back, and you can see by the headline right here that Canada must fight back, says minister, as Trump confirms tariffs on imports. So what Trump, this has really spooked the markets, and especially for all the major trading partners such as Canada, Mexico, and even the Asian markets were rocked as well. And we know that one of the major trading partners of the US is China. So you can see right here by the headline right here that Asian markets sink as Trump tariffs and China curves stunt rally. So that's the big news that has caused pretty much the entire crypto market and Bitcoin to really get hammered over the last 24 hours, is that the tariffs have been reignited, and a lot of people are concerned as to how that is going to affect the economics on a global scale. And of course, you always have to consider market manipulation. And you can see by the caption here that Bitcoin and ETH are dumping. BlackRock is selling. Do they know something? So if we look at the chart here, you can see that by the minute here that BlackRock is sending Ethereum and Bitcoin from their ETFs into Coinbase. And usually when you see that happen, that a lot of crypto is getting moved to CEXes, is that they're getting ready to offload it. So the amount of both Ethereum and Bitcoin is quite significant. And we can see on the right-hand side here that it ranges in the millions, from 7 million all the way to 26 million on this chart alone. And I would imagine that there will be a lot more transfers if we were to get the full list right here. So something like this will have a huge price impact on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and also on the sentiment of the market, where it would induce a lot of fear in people as well. And because of that fear, people might panic sell and sell their Bitcoin and Ethereum, which would drive the price of those two major players in the crypto market much lower. And next up is Solana. So early in the video, we had talked about how Solana is dealing with its own set of unique challenges. So if we look at the price chart right here, we could see that it pretty much topped up at the same time that Bitcoin hit its all-time high on January 20th. So Solana reached a price of close to $300 per token, and ever since then very similar to Bitcoin. It has been on a downwards trend, but more recently, just over the last 24 hours, if you look at this red candle right here, it decreased nearly 20%. So actually, let's verify that right here. So it went from about $170 all the way down to about $130 per token, which was a drawdown of 21% in a period of 24 hours. And since then, it has bounced back up to about $143 per coin. And a huge part of that is because of the FTX debacle that happened in November of 2022. So if we look at this article here by Binance, we could see that beleaguered crypto exchange FTX is preparing to unlock 11.2 million Solana tokens, valued at just over $2 billion on March 1st. The unlock will follow a creditor repayment process that is set to begin on Tuesday, with an initial distribution of $1.2 billion to smaller claims holder. So it's important to see who these holders are, and we could read the highlighted section right here to find out who they are. So according to several reports on social media, FTX has liquidated 41 SOL in 3 auctions as part of its bankruptcy proceedings to repay customers' funds. The largest buyer was Galaxy Digital, which acquired 25.52 million SOL at a price of $64 per token. With Solana's price having risen since the exchange went bankrupt, Galaxy's return rate now stands at 187%. The second largest purchase was made by Pantera, accompanied by a consortium of buyers who secured just over 13 million Solana at $95 per token, resulting in a 93% return rate. Other buyers managed to acquire 1.8 million SOL at $102, which will take up an 80% profit. So of course, right now, since there has been a change in Solana's price action and Solana's sitting at $143, the fact is still all these major buyers of Solana would still be up, since Galaxy Digital bought theirs at a $64 per token, and Pantera, their average buy-in was at $95 per token. So that is a huge reason why there's been a lot of sell pressure on Solana. And if we look at this chart here, this is very unique because this is the unlocking schedule here. So we could see that right here, for example, when you look at this column right here, we can see about 7.5 million is getting ready to unlock on March 1st. So that's actually the full balance. And that's why a lot of people are really, really concerned, because that's a ton of Solana tokens that are going to be put into circulation on that particular day. But Solana has been unlocking tokens this on a linear basis here. You can see that right here, 12 million tokens are unlocked from September 2021 to September 2027. But this is more like a gradual release of it. And whereas the one that's happening in a few days from now, the full amount is going to be unlocked on March 1st. So a lot of people are concerned about that in terms of how that is going to affect its price action. And if we want to have any idea of how that could affect the price action, is that we could look at a circumstance or a situation that had happened back in 2022, where there was nearly $1 billion worth of Solana that was unstaked in 24 hours. So when the $1 billion worth of Solana tokens was unstaked on November of 2022, this is what happened to the price action of Solana. So if we have a look at right here and we look at the exact date of November 9th, November 10th, somewhere in that area, you can see that at the time, Solana was sitting at about a $37 per token. And when that $1 billion of tokens got unleashed, it dropped like a rock. It went from $37 all the way down to about $12 per token. So that was a drop of, let's find out right here really quick, of 66% from $37 to $12 within a 24-hour period. And once again, that was due to a $1 billion worth of Solanas being unstaked. But this time we have a much more amount. I believe the amount is sitting at over $2 billion. So if this is an indication of how the price action and how people will respond to a massive amount of tokens that will be unlocked and moved into circulation, then there's a good chance that we should see similar price action today for Solana moving into the future, especially when the tokens become unlocked on March 1st. So let's have a look right here. We can see that right now it's sitting at $143 per token. And on March 3rd, are we going to see the same thing that we saw on November of 2022, where we see some more sell pressure and the price drops to a much lower price? So if that's the case, then, and you're a big believer in Solana, then that might be a good point to start DCAing in, or perhaps to even take a position in Solana if it's a token that you haven't considered. But once again, this is not financial advice. This is just some of my thoughts that for those who are interested that would like to have a good entry into Solana, perhaps waiting for that unlock to happen might be something that is worth the time to see as a great opportunity based on what happened in the past of November 22 when that $1 billion worth of Solana was unlocked. So the question is, should you hodl, sell, or buy more? So of course, this is only a personal choice that you can make for yourself. But here's my personal opinion in terms of how I see it. So right now, as we looked at the crypto market, most of the coins are down at the moment. So this, in my opinion, is a great opportunity to bring your buying averages down and to DCA into high quality coins. The second thing is, because of how the market is crashing, the last thing that anybody wants to do is to panic sell. So once again, this is not financial advice. And if you like the content, then please subscribe.